Good afternoon, Doctor. We are from Black Room, Section 04, and this is for Deliverable 3. Okay, for my part, as we know, in our system, we have 7 classes, and I will do 2 classes, which is admin class, a user class, and also admin class. Okay, I'm going to share my screen to show. Okay, I'm sharing my screen right now, and this is the first class of this is our first class, which is user class. So as we know, we have to separate into 3, which is header file, implementation file, and also testing or main file. Okay, so for this user class, what we store is user ID, username, and password using encapsulation because it's private and public and it's in one class. And user and admin as the classes. So as we know in header files, we just have to use the prototypes only. And we must also mention an if and all. Okay. So this is our HPP file or header file. And next we're moving on to our implementation file. Implementation file is where everything, all the logic is here and all of the function and methods uh, the methods are displayed, are shown here, are written here, the full methods and functions. So as we know, we have we use SSL mediator functions to to access the private data. And other than that, we also have other methods such as login and also logout. Okay, I'm going to show you a testing here. So I'm going to try to run. Wait, before that, we see I did an object and I put user ID A001, username is Amreish, and the password is 11806. Okay, and we try to run. So as we know, the user ID is A001, username Amreish, and I tried to attempt login with wrong password, and this is what it comes out. Access denied, incorrect password for user. And if you try to log in with an correct password, then Amreish logged in successfully will be shown the username. And if I want to log out, like now I want to log out, and then it will show that Amrish logged out. So that is it for this user class. Then for the next class is I'm gonna open gonna open yes. Okay, so this is the HPP files. This is for the admin class. What admin class stores is we store admin ID and role, and also we have a few methods such as assign computer, manage computer, and generate report. Actually, this class is using inheritance with the user class, but as for now, this is it because um, inheritance is only required in the upcoming phases. So for now, this is the HPP. Um, and then admin, this is the HPP where this is all the prototypes are. And then we go to CPP, which is we can see our CPP. This is our CPP where all of our function is defined and methods are defined here. So basically, and now we're gonna test everything out. And this is our admin ID and this is our role, 801 and manager. So if we try to run, admin ID is 001 and the role is manager. And our admin's ID assign a computer, managing computer generated a report. As we know, this is not the end because there are a lot more things we can add and other functions. But as for deliverable tree, this is it, and that is all from me. Thank you.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For my part, I implemented the computer class and customer class for the cyber cafe management system. This classes demonstrated encapsulation, aggregation, concept and object-oriented programming. Now I'll show the computer.hpp for the computer class. It store information such as computer ID, status, hourly rate. The attribute are declared as private to achieve encapsulation. The methods, also known as setters, are used to update private attributes, while SSA methods or getters are used to retrieve data safely. Okay, now I will show the computer.cpp. The okay, this line is the constructor initial all attributes using initializer list. Now I will test. Okay. And this is this factor, and also this all lines I declare the all function. Okay. Now I will test the code. Okay. The output confirm that the code works correctly.
Ed.
Okay, next, I will explain about the customer class. Okay, this is the customer class. It store customer information such as customer ID, customer name, balance, and assign confidence. The customer class has an aggregation, a relationship with the computer class through this pointer. Through this pointer. Aggregation is used because a customer only use a computer temporarily. If the computer object is deleted, the computer object can still exist independently. Okay, and if the public I put accessor, mutator macam biasa, and then I show the computer .cpp, all the lines macam biasa semua, and I will explain this line, this function. This method assign a computer to a customer and updates the customer status to in use. And this function, this process the customer payment and deducts the amount from the balance. And then I will test apa? I will test the code. Okay, as shown in my screen, the output shows that the class works correctly. Thank you.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, now it's my part. My part is about class of payment, and in payment I set all of the attribute as a private, so it is encapsulations lah. And I also do a lot of mutator and accessor for each attribute, so it can be managed easily. Also, we have payments constructor and destructor something. Now I go to define parts. At this part, you can see the default constructor. I use it to set all the attribute becomes normal, and destructor here I didn't type delete something because here I didn't use the pointer on something, so I don't have the reason to use that. Then here we got mutated ancestor lah. It will give you the ways to change the attributes. And here here we have process payment, and here actually similar with above. It will return payment ID and amount. The most important part is the payment status. If we return true, then we know that the payment status is complete lah. So last is print the receipt. And here I used string x40 and equal because I prefer this one. I don't like type many equal here. And now it's test part, so I press it. As you can see, this code can run successfully. Now, so I will go to next part.
This meeting is being recorded.
So now is the session part. As you can see, that all attributes I declare in the private because it's the encapsulations. And at public here, I have declared constructor, destructor, and each of the attributes I declare for mutator and accessor. Then other than I have declared 3 functions here. So as you can see, default constructor will set all of the attributes become default, but I didn't type anything about payment because payment here is actually a compositions with sessions. When the session is cracked, payment will be cracked. When the session is deleted, payment will be deleted. So I didn't type anything in here. So at destructor, I also don't type anything because
I didn't use pointer before. Then now it's a start session function. In start session function, the most important thing is get a start time. A customer ID and computer ID is only used for create a unique session ID to differentiate it. Then after get the start time, we need to get the end time, and when we use end sessions, we get the end time. And in this, we need to calculate the durations, and to calculate the durations, we have a function, and this function we will change the start time from string to integer, and to get the value that we need, we use substring. And when after we get the value we need, we change the hours to minute, and after it we use total n minus total start to get the total durations. So to prevent someone use the computer from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and to get the negative value, then I add a new function to prevent it, which is total durations plus equal to 24 times 60. And after return the durations, I will call the payment function to process the payment and print the receipt. Then below is the mutator and accessor lah. So now I test for the code. Okay, as you can see, code can run successfully. So it's all me.
Hello, and a very good day. My name is Shaz, and I am responsible for implementing the report class in our cyber session and billing management system. The purpose of the report class is to generate and display report information for the cyber cafe. This allows the administrator to view daily report details and revenue information. Okay. First, in the report HPP file, I declared the report class and its private attributes, which is this one, that involve report ID, report date, and total revenue, and also total sessions. These attributes are configured to support encapsulation, which helps to protect the data from direct access. Next, I created the constructor and the destructor. The constructor is used to initialize the report information when when the report object is created, while the destructor is included as a part of the class implementation. I also implemented getter and setter methods. These methods allows us to access and modify the private attributes in a controlled manner. In the report CPP file, um, I define all the function declared in the header file. The generate daily report method displays important report information such as the report ID, report date, and total session, and also the system status. And for the generate revenue report, it displays the total revenue collected by the subdivision. For testing, I created a file called test report CVP. In this file, I created an array containing two reports object with different report data, which is for the first one, 001, 556, and so on, and for the report two, which has its own data. And for this, I carried a loop to generate the report and generate revenue report for both of the reports. Now, when the program is executed, it displays a complete CyberCafe report summary along with the revenue information. This shows that the report class is functioning correctly and can be used to generate reports within our system. That's all for me. Thank you.